Good morning, everyone. Welcome. So once again, I'm in Italy, but a different part of Italy, at a similar kind of gig. And there's a whole bunch of wonderful people in the room here with me. So just so you know, we are not alone. Okay, but the theme stays the same. So this month at the Conscious Lab, we're dealing with living deliciously is the theme. And how we're going to approach that today is to start with a small contemplation. So everybody close your eyes. And I want you to think back on the last day or week or so to something that has been delicious. Okay, so that can be also something that's just simply been good. If you're not quite sure, delicious doesn't necessarily only relate to food. But can you take your mind to a time, a moment where something really good happened? It can be the tiniest moment, and often it is the tiniest moments. Just pick one if you have many. And then take a moment to contemplate any emotions that were present. How did you feel in that moment? Bodily sensations or feelings, emotions. And the next thing to contemplate is, what did you contribute to making that moment happen, that thing happen? Any small contribution. You took a risk, you had courage, you had a specific state of mind. And then the last part of the contemplation is, what becomes possible now? What are you open to because of this good, delicious moment? And then opening your eyes. So what we're trying to do with this practice is intensify and magnify what's already there, what's already good. And so what we put our attention on grows. The same is true of negative experiences. So of course, what we try and do is amplify the good, the delicious, the wonderful. So for me, it's very, very small, very small moment yesterday. So it's raining here, which typically would make me quite upset, even though it's good for the planet, etc. But I'm really desperate for the sun, like I'm sure we all are. And but I did have a moment yesterday when it was raining a little bit and kind of foggy, and I was wrapped up in all of my layers of clothes. And I have about 5 layers, including my earmuffs. I look a little bit ridiculous. But in that moment, I was warm, which for me is like a big thing. I was warm and I was able to really enjoy the nature here. It's very, very beautiful. And just this moment of the blossoms and the trees, it's this tiny little moment. So what I did was, in order for me to get over this thing, because I knew I was going to be cold, I have to wear loads and loads of layers. And for me, that's like a big thing. In fact, someone even commented yesterday to a friend of mine in Italian, because, you know, I don't speak Italian. He was like, what is wrong with this woman? Why is she always wearing all of these outfits? And he's like, she's from South Africa. Like, she can't deal with the cold. Anyway, but the point is that that was my way of making life delicious, even in a kind of slightly challenging situation. I mean, it's all relative. But yeah, these are the little moments that make up our life. These are the little moments that if we amplify, we're able to have this magnificent, wonderful, conscious, aware life. Okay, so the yoga practice certainly helps with that. So let's begin to move. So come to stand at the front edge of your mat, toes and heels are together. Hands are by your sides, and then exhale the breath out completely. And then you're going to inhale, take your arms up on either side of your ears, lift in the chest, exhale, lean back, and then just hold it here for a moment. So let the breath flow without collapsing in the low back. So lengthen through the tailbone, lifting in the chest. Try to bring your biceps way back behind the ears. The gaze is up. Make sure that you're breathing, most important thing. And then inhale back up to center, rib cage into the body, and then fold forward. As you exhale, bring your hands to the floor on either side of your feet. Relax your neck completely. Inhale, lengthen the spine, forward, look up. So either keep your hands on the floor or bring your hands to your shins. And then exhale, fold forward again. It might be that you have to bend your knees in order to get your hands to the floor. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward, hands to the shins or fingertips to the floor. And exhale, fold forward. So just feel this as warm up into the back. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward, look up. And exhale, fold forward again. Soften the knees, tuck the chin. Inhale, roll up to stand, one vertebra at a time. And exhale the breath out. Inhale, take your arms up sideways. Interlace all 10 fingers. Exhale the breath out. So squeeze the palms together. Deep inhale, grow tall. And then exhale, bend over to the left side. And then inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, bend to the right. Try to keep extended through the elbows. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Good. Inhale, center. And exhale, release your hands by your sides. Aren't you already glad you made the yoga choice? You can just roll the shoulders a couple of times. So back to front. I mean, the other choice was to just lie in bed and sleep, right? So, or run, I guess. Okay, other side. Or other direction, rather. Sorry, with the shoulders. Okay. Exhale the breath out. Connecting movement with breath. Inhale, hook your thumbs, spread your fingers wide. Reach forward, up and arch back. So that happens on the inhale. And then exhale, bend your knees, swing arms behind your back, clasp hands together in a fist, and then see if you can extend the legs. Let's do that again. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach forward, up and arch back, extend the legs. Exhale, bend knees, swing arms behind your back, clasp hands together in a fist, extend the legs. One more like that. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach forward, up and arch back, extend the legs. Exhale, bend knees, swing arms behind your back, clasp hands together in a fist, extend the legs. Stay down, breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, bring both hands to the floor on either side of your feet. Step your right foot back to lunge. Look forward. And then exhale, bring your right knee down to the floor. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach forward, up and arch back. And exhale, keep pushing forward into the hips. Yeah, don't forget to breathe. Focus on the exhalation especially. Keep looking up, biceps in line with the ears. And then inhale, bring both hands to the floor. On either side of the left foot, lift the right knee up off the floor. And then exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Hold it here, breathe in. And breathe out. And then inhale forward to plank pose, shoulders over the elbows and the wrists. Exhale, lower your knees, your chest and your chin to the floor. Keep your hips lifted, shoulders away from the ears. This is Ashtanga position. Stay here, breathe in. And breathe out, lengthen to the tailbone. So you're pulling up the pelvic floor muscles. Then inhale, slide the body forward, come into cobra. Inhale, lift chin and chest. Exhale, hold. So ideally here, you just want to be using energy from the back. You should be able to lift your hands up off the floor. Yeah. So use the muscles in the back. Breathe. One more deep inhale. And exhale, forehead to the floor. Good. Inhale, tuck your toes under. Push your seat to your heels. And then extend the legs downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Look forward. Inhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Exhale, bring your left knee down to the floor. Yeah. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach forward, up and arch back. Exhale, push forward into the hips. And careful that you're not just sinking into the low back and pushing your ribs forward. There's some activation through the core That's going to create length to the tailbone, lifting in the chest. And then inhale, bring both hands to the floor. On either side of the right foot, lift the left knee up off the floor and then step up. Exhale, left foot joins the right one, folding forward, Uttanasana. And then inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach forward, up and arch back, extend the legs. One more on the other side. Exhale, bend knees, swing arms behind your back, clasp hands together in a fist, extend the legs. The neck is relaxed. Inhale, bring your hands to the floor, step your left foot back to lunge, look forward. Exhale, left knee to the floor. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach forward, up and arch back. Exhale, keep pushing forward into the hips and breathe. So what you want to avoid here is being too much on the back knee. So that's why I keep saying pushing forward as much as you can into the hips. Good. Inhale, bring both hands to the floor. Lift the left knee up and exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Hold it, breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, forward to plank pose, shoulders over the elbows and the wrists. Exhale, lower your knees, your chest and your chin to the floor, Ashtanga position. Hold it, breathe in. Hips are lifted, shoulders away from the ears. Breathe out. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Slide the body forward. Cobra. Inhale, lift chin and chest. And then exhale, tuck toes, seat to your heels. Downward facing dog again. Hold, breathe in. And breathe out. And then look forward. Inhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands. Exhale, go right knee to the floor. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach forward, up and arch back. And exhale, continue to push forward into the hips. Lean back with the upper body. Breathe. And then inhale, both hands to the floor. Lift the right knee up off the floor. And exhale, step up. Right foot joins the left one. Folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach forward, up and arch back. Extend the legs. And exhale, come to stand again, hands by your sides. Take a moment, close your eyes, and just be still. Feel. We're training this kind of awareness to notice all sensation, all feeling without judgment. And then exhale the breath out, eyes are open. Utkatasana, inhale, deeply bend the knees. Reach your arms out in front of you, palms touch. Keep your knees bent. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back and squeeze your palms together. Hold. So deep bend in the knees. Bring the weight more towards the heels and keep lifting in the chest. And draw your knuckles towards the floor behind you. Deep inhale. And then exhale, fold forward, extend the legs, pull your clasped hands over towards the floor in front of you, neck is relaxed. Back to Utkatasana, inhale, bend the knees, reach the arms out in front of you again, palms touch, the knees are bent. Same position, yeah, chair pose in other words. And then exhale, fold forward. This time bring your hands to the floor, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Grab a hold of your big toes with your thumb and forefingers, the thumbs on top. And then inhale, lengthen the spine forward. And exhale, fold. Elbows out to the sides, chest to the thighs, forehead towards the shins. Breathe, neck is relaxed. Keep pulling on the toes. Be still, 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath in and out. Holding the toes. Inhale, lengthen the spine, forward, look up. Exhale, place your palms flat and take 2 steps back into downward facing dog. So we're going to hold down dog for 3 very deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1. 2 more breaths. And then look forward. Inhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Exhale, bring your left heel to the floor, 45 degrees, and rise up, warrior one. Inhale, lift the torso up, the arms up, palms touch. Look up at your thumbs. Exhale, sink down into the front knee. Inhale, extend to the right leg. Exhale, open arms, chest, and hips to the side. Prepare for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Both legs are straight. Inhale, extend out over the right leg. And exhale, hinge down sideways. Right hand to the shin, to the ankle, maybe to the floor as you extend your left arm straight up towards the ceiling. Look towards the left thumb. Full deep breathing. Notice what you feel. Stay here. One more breath in. And exhale, look down at your right big toe. Stand down through both feet. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Take a slightly longer step and exhale, deeply bend the right knee, warrior two. Inhale here. Keep the legs as they are. Exhale, reverse. Slide the left hand down the left leg. Reach the right arm up and over the right ear. Keep your left hand where it is. Inhale, extend the right leg. So straighten the right leg. Reverse triangle. Exhale. Slide the left hand a little bit further down towards the left ankle. Good. Inhale, lift the torso up. Both legs stay straight. Back to Trikonasana. Exhale. Extend out over the right leg. Triangle pose again. Same thing. Maybe slightly different sensation. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, look down at your right big toe. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Yeah. Bend your right knee. Bring your right hand to the floor in front of your right foot. And then stand down to your right foot as you lift your left leg up for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. You might have to take 1 or 2 steps to get there. That's okay. Fingertips on the floor. And you're really opening in the hips. So left hip stacks on top of the right one. Strong flex in the left foot. Extend your left arm up towards the ceiling. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale. Left hand to the floor. Drop the left hip. Exhale. Keep lifting the left leg. Okay, so both fingertips on the floor. Your wrists are underneath your elbows and your shoulders, so just orientating yourself here. Strong flex in the left foot. The spine is long and the breath is there and your attitude is relaxed. One more deep inhale. And exhale, bring your left foot to the floor. Separate your feet hip distance apart and then just hang over your legs. So grab onto opposite elbows and gently sway from side to side. The neck is relaxed. Release your hands to the floor, soften your knees, tuck your chin, inhale, roll all the way up to stand. And exhale, the breath out, Tadasana, toes and heels together. Again, take a moment, be still, just feel. Inhale, take your arms up sideways, palms touch, look up at your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the floor on either side of your feet, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward, look up. Exhale, step back to plank pose and hold. And then inhale, hinge a little bit forward. Exhale, bend your elbows, chaturanga, and lie flat all the way on your belly. Okay, so from here, you're going to bend your right knee, capture your right ankle with your right hand. Extend your left arm forward. Exhale, press your forehead into the floor. And then inhale, lift everything up, the right knee, the left leg, and the left arm. And exhale. Keep looking at the floor so the neck is nice and long. Breathe. One more breath. And stay airborne. You're going to switch sides. Bend your left knee, capture your left ankle with your left hand, extend the right arm forward. Good. Try to keep lifting. And the breath moving, flowing. Good. 2 more breaths. Okay, one more crazy thing. Bend your right knee. Capture both feet with both hands. One more deep inhale, lift, kick, just 1 breath. And then exhale, release. Come down, hands underneath your forehead. Heels flop out to the sides. Relax for a moment. And then bring your hands underneath your shoulders. You're going to push your seat to your heels, separate your knees, and bring your forehead down to the floor. Child's pose. And just feel that nice release into the low back. And then inhale, tuck your toes under, and exhale, extend the legs into downward facing dog. Okay, so sit bones up towards the ceiling. Legs are extended as much as possible. The neck is relaxed. Okay, inhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands. And exhale, right heel to the floor, 45 degrees. Rise up, warrior 1. Inhale, lift the torso up, the arms up, palms touch. And exhale, sink down into the front knee. So your right heel is flat on the floor. Yes. Inhale, extend to the left leg. Exhale, open arms, chest, and hips to the side. Adjust your feet as you need to so that you can come into triangle pose. So left toes pointing forward. Good. Inhale, extend out over the left leg. Exhale, hinge down sideways. Side bending. Wow. It's a lot of clicks. Okay, keep pushing your hips forward. Maybe at home you're also having lots of clicks. You're not alone. Look up towards the right thumb. Breathe. Try to make the breath even longer, even deeper. One more inhale. And exhale, look down at your left big toe. Stand down through both feet. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, deeply bend the left knee. Maybe take a longer step, warrior 2. Hold, inhale, good. Exhale, reverse. Right hand down the right leg. Left arm up and over the left ear. Breathe in, look up towards the ceiling. And breathe out. Look at the left knee. Make sure it's not dropping in towards your big toe side. You squeeze it out towards the pinky toe side. Okay, keep your right hand where it is. Inhale, extend to the left leg. Right hand stays there. Yeah, exhale, slide the right hand a little bit further down towards the right ankle. Reverse triangle. Breathe in and out. Inhale, lift the torso up. Both legs stay straight. And then exhale back to triangle pose. Left hand down towards the knee, the shin, the ankle, maybe the floor. And then look down at your left big toe. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Bend your left knee. Place your left hand to the floor in front of your left foot. And then either 1, 2, 3, or 5 steps, come all the way up into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So you lift your right leg up, hip height. Left fingertips on the floor. It's helpful that the left hand is not too close to the left foot. That's a common mistake. So wrist underneath elbow, underneath shoulder. Open in the hips. Reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Find your balance. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And then inhale, right hand to the floor. Exhale, drop your right hip. Okay, but your right leg is still up in the air. Okay, orientate yourself. So what that means is your fingertips are on the floor, your wrists underneath the elbows and the shoulders. The spine is long, 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 long. And you're extending out to your right heel. Good. 1 more deep inhale. And exhale, right foot joins the left one. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Breathe in. And breathe out. Soften your knees. Tuck your chin. Inhale. Roll all the way up to stand. And exhale. Tadasana, the breath out. Take a moment, just feel. Okay, so from here, come into the middle of your mat. You're going to turn your toes out so that your heels touch. Yeah. And you're going to deeply bend your knees and bring your fingertips to the floor like a frog. Yeah. Okay, setting up for Bakasana, crow pose. Place your palms flat on the floor, a little bit further away from you so that when you lean forward, your shoulders are stacked over your elbows and your wrists. Okay? So you're going to lean forward now, bring the pressure into your hands and lift your seat up towards the ceiling. Okay, this is a bit of a strange shape, but necessary part of the pose. Yeah. So the sit bones go up, your knees are slightly bent, and then you're going to press your right knee into the outside of your upper arm, almost like you want to put your knee into your armpit, and then the left knee into the armpit on the left side. And then transfer the weight into your hands. Keep looking forward. That's important. See if you can lift one foot up, other foot up, bring your big toes to touch, round the back. This is when you start laughing. Okay, or breathing, or both. Yeah. One more breath in. And exhale, come down. Okay, so in a squat, separate your feet to the side edges of your mat. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Good. Lifting in the chest. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then just come to sit down on the floor. Hug your knees into your chest. And then extend your legs out in front of you. Okay, bend your right knee back into your chest. Drop your right knee out to the side. Square your torso up over your left leg and fold forward over your left leg for Janusasana. So it's a forward fold. Careful not to round in the back. The option here is to bend the left knee and grab a hold of the foot and press your chest against your thigh. And that will give you more elongation in the spine. If you do have the flexibility, you start to extend the leg more. And hold for 3 deep breaths. And inhale, look up. And exhale, come up. Bend your right knee into your chest, right foot to the outside of the left leg. Bend your left knee, bring your left heel to the outside of your right hip and sit both sit bones flat down on the floor. Ardha Matsyendrasana, right hand on the floor behind you. Inhale, extend the left arm up and exhale, left elbow to the outside of the right knee and make a twist. Look over your right shoulder. Keep working your right hip forward. Chest is lifted. Gaze is on one spot behind you over your right shoulder. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, release your hands. Straighten out the bottom leg, straighten out the top leg, and switch. Left knee in. Drop your left knee out to the side. Square the torso up over the right thigh, and then fold forward over the right leg. Full deep breathing. One more breath. And then inhale, look up. Exhale, come up. Left knee into the chest. Left foot to the outside of the right leg. Seated spinal twist on the other side. Bend the right knee, right heel to the outside of the left hip. Sit both sit bones flat. Left hand behind you. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And exhale, right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And make a twist. Look over your left shoulder. Breathe. Feel like every time you inhale, you lengthen, and every time you exhale, you twist. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, release your hands, straighten out the bottom leg, straighten out the top leg, and then fold forward over both your legs for Paschimottanasana. Same thing, it might be that you have to bend the knees, maybe keep them extended. So grab a hold of your knees or your shins, your ankles or your feet. Relax the neck. And breathe. Two more here. And then inhale, look up. And exhale, come up. Send your arms out in front of you. Uncurl the spine, one vertebra at a time. So if you're lying down on your back, then you're going to bend both your knees and place your feet flat on the floor. Feet are hip distance apart so that you can touch your heels with your fingertips. For Seti Bandhasana, bridge pose, inhale, lift your pelvis up, your hips go up, and exhale, interlace your fingers on the mat behind you. Walk your shoulders in towards each other and keep puffing up the chest towards the chin. So feel like you're pressing the back of the head into the floor a little bit so that you actually get space between the chest with the chin, but then you press your chest towards your chin. So it's really getting into the upper back. One more deep breath in and out. And release your hands and bring your seat down to the floor. And then hug your knees into your chest and gently rock from side to side. And then keep hugging your right knee into your chest. Extend your left leg out on the mat in front of you. We're going to come into another spinal twist. Bring your right knee to the floor on the left side of your mat. Shift your left hip underneath your right one. Extend the right arm all the way to the right. Look to the right and breathe. So if you want to take this a little bit deeper and combine it with a quadricep stretch, you would bend your left knee. So that's the one on the floor. Bend the left knee and capture your left foot with your right hand and then kick into your hand behind you. Your left hand would be on top of your right knee. And you're sort of giving yourself an assist by kicking into the foot, by pressing down to the right knee and looking to the right side. Breathe. And then extend the left leg. Bring the right knee back to center. Hug your right knee into your chest. And extend the right leg out. And then switch other side. Left knee in the chest. Take your left knee all the way across your body to the right side. Shift your right hip underneath the left one. And extend the left arm all the way to the left. And do that same thing if you want. Bend the bottom knee. Capture your left foot with your right hand. Right hand is on your left knee. And then kick into the hand. And feel how that stretches into the right hip flexor, into the right quadricep, and your gaze is to the left. One more breath in and out. And then extend the leg, the bottom leg, out on the mat. Bring the left knee back into the chest. Bring the right knee into the chest so both the knees are in, and gently rock from side to side again. And then from here, just extend the legs straight up towards the ceiling. If you have a block, you would slide the block underneath the sacrum and extend the legs up. Otherwise, just extend the legs up. Feet are relaxed. Legs are relaxed. Hands are by your sides. Palms face up. Eyes are closed. And now you can let go of any control that you have over the breath. So just allow the breath to be completely natural. Start to come into stillness again. And then bend your knees. Bring your feet to the floor. Extend your legs out. Just rest for a moment. We're not quite done. And then you're going to roll to your right side. And then come into child's pose. And we're going to practice headstand. Okay, so notice how I said practice headstand, not necessarily do headstand. Okay, so it happens in stages, one step at a time. Okay, if you have a headstand practice, go ahead, do it. Okay, otherwise, interlace your fingers on the floor in front of you. You want to squeeze your palms together, and the little trick to creating really good balance is to put the pinky finger, so the small finger that's on the outside of this arrangement, inside your palms so that you have a nice flat surface area. Okay. So your hands are on the floor. Then bring the very top of your head to the floor so that there's a connection between your hands and the back of your head. Tuck your toes and extend your legs. Okay, so this is half headstand and perfectly legit. You can stay here. It might be that your knees are a little bit bent if the hamstrings are tight. That's okay. The next phase would be to practice lifting your head up and down off the floor. This is great practice for headstand. If you do and you are progressing and you do want to go further, head stays on the floor. You walk your feet closer and closer towards your face. Bend the right knee into the chest, other knee into the chest. It might be that you stay here for a while with the knees into the chest. And the reason we do that, because if you fall, you only fall to your feet. So that's okay. Or something else. Yeah, if you do have your balance, you would take your knees up towards the ceiling. You would take the feet up towards the ceiling. Okay, wherever you are, stay there for another 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale 1. So even if your head is on the floor and your feet's on the floor, it's still an inversion. Exhale 2. Good. Inhale. Exhale. And then bring the knees back into the chest if you are up. Feet to the floor. Stay down in child's pose. Good. Take a moment. Tuck your chin. Inhale, roll up to sit. And exhale the breath out. Good job. Okay, bring your seat to the side. Extend your legs out in front of you. Extend your arms out in front of you. Make sure that you're warm enough because we're going to move into Shavasana now. Uncurl the spine, 1 vertebra at a time. Come to lie down and relax completely. Eyes are closed. Separating your feet as wide as you feel is comfortable. Toes flop out, palms face up. Everything just relaxed. in Shavasana, then do so. Otherwise, start to come out by taking your arms above your head and stretching it out fingertip to toe tip. And then relax again, flop back into the floor as you are. Hug your knees into your chest and roll to your right side. And then pushing yourself up to sit. And finding a comfortable seated, cross-legged position. Resting your hands on your knees, close your eyes. Take a moment to be fully present right now, noticing the atmosphere you've created within the body, within the mind, within your awareness. Bring your hands together at your heart center, your chin to your chest. Sincerely acknowledging your effort and thanking yourself. Namaste.